Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to JB Jumbo Online Mathematics. Look at another problem on the board. Some persons will just say, now, this one is so complex, quite different. It is quite different from the one we have done before. The first example I did before was different from this. This one is not a, looking at this question, it's not a partial fraction. This question is not a partial fraction because when we look at the degree of x here, the numerator is higher than this. Because a partial fraction, the degree of numerator is supposed to be lower. But here, the degree of the numerator is higher. Therefore, what we have on the board is a polynomial. Now, how can we now resolve this polynomial into partial fraction? How can we resolve polynomial into partial fraction? Very, very simple. Very, very what? Simple. Now, how can we do that? Now, we can go now. Let us go. Let the game begin now. Want to start the game now. Now, to do this, we have to break it down. We have to break this one. We have to break it down. Now, therefore, we have what? S power 3 all over S minus S squared minus 4. S squared minus 4. Now, what can we do? What is the next thing we do here? We simply get the difference of 2 square of this one. We get the difference of 2 square of this, of the denominator. Okay, we are not going to get the difference of 2 square because if I should get the difference of 2 square, meaning I'm not on point, meaning I'm just out of the points. Okay, to do this one now, we have to now use long division method. Remember in fraction, I have taught you long division method. I have to use long division method to break this one down. I will now say the numerator will go inside, while the denominator will come outside. Now look at this one here. This x here, x power 3 divide x squared. Use this one to divide here. If this one divide, I will be having what? S squared. I will be having s squared. Now use this one to open everything here. Use this to open. When I use this one to open here, because what? It's going to give me what? S. Is it s squared, please? This one is supposed to be x, not s squared. S. Because when this one divided here, s power 3 divided s squared will be s. S times everything here now. Times this one first is what? S power 3. This one times this become what? Minus 4s. Remember I told you when we were looking at long division in fraction, I think I go back to fraction. We want to learn more about fraction. I have done video on that. We have learned. I think we have done so much on that. Now in this case, now what can we do? There is always invisible minus here. It means that minus here, this one will be nothing. Now what is going to be left there? Remember, minus we have fed this minus become what? Plus. Therefore, here is now what? 4s. Now this one is known as quotient. This one is known as what? Quotient. While this one here is known as remainder. This one is known as what? Remainder. While this one here is known as the divisor. This one is known as divisor. This is how we represent them. Now in this case now, I think I can move. I can move. Very simple. I can move. Now, what would I do now? I will now use this. Therefore, I cannot say Q plus arrow, that is remainder over what? Divisor. It becomes what? What is my quotient there now? Remember, I said this one is quotient. Don't forget, this one is quotient. The quotient there now is x. Plus, what is my remainder? Remainder is 4s. And the divisor is what? S squared minus 4. Therefore, now here, I'm not set to go now. You can see now I already make here a partial fraction. Here now is already what? A partial fraction. Why? Because the degree of s here is now lower than this. Therefore, I think I cannot move on. And solve. Please, in this one, I already taught you how to use different 2 steps to solve. In this very one, can I also use 2 steps to solve it? Let me see if I can use 2 steps to solve this very one. Let me see if I can use 2 steps to solve it. 2 steps to solve. Let me see. Okay, step 1. Let us see step 1. From what we have here, step 1. Let us see step 1. If I'm using step 1, remember what I said before? I'm going to solve only here. I will not deal with this. I will leave this one. I will only deal with this one. Step 1. Step 1, meaning I'm going to use taking this one, like you say, 4s all over 4s all over what? S squared minus 4. Remember I told you that this one, take the difference of 2 squared, before s minus 2. And okay, yes, also s plus, yes, s was plus 2. Now splitting it now become a all over what? S minus 2, s minus 2, and b, which is the s plus 2. B all over what? S plus 2. I mean, that is what we have there. I already splitted my fraction. I already splitted my fraction there. Now, what is the next thing I do there? I will have to take the LCM here. I will break this one down here, become 4s. This one become 4s. Here become 4s all over s minus 2, and also what? S plus 2 equal, now breaking this one, taking the LCM, become what? S minus 2 and what? S plus 2. If I use this one to divide left with this, times, use this one to times, become what? A, open bracket, I think we are going to be having S plus 2 here. If I do that, I'm going to be having what? I'm going to be having what? S plus 2. We'll be having s plus 2. Now in this very one, if I also use this one to divide here, so we have already divided here. Now divide here become what? B, which is the s minus 2. This is what I have there. You see that the denominator, they are the same. The denominator are what? The same. Meaning I can do away with the denominator, and at the end, I'll be having 4s equal a, which is s plus 2, and also what? B, s minus 2. Now I cannot open the bracket. I'm using step 1, as, this one will be what? 2a, this one will be what? bs minus what now? Minus 2b. Now in this case now, what is s? Bring them together, as. Here is going to be what? As plus bs, and also we also do this one, a 2a minus what? 2b. That's what we have there. This one is 4s. Now in this case now, which one is common? S is common. Because what? A plus b, s is common. And I also have what? 2a minus 2b. This one will be what? 4s. How you can see there. Now I cannot compare now. I cannot compare. When I compare, what is it going to be? It becomes what? When I compare here, it becomes what? A plus b. A plus b equal what? 4. And the other one is what? 2a minus 2b minus 2b. There's nothing to compare here. Just 0. Nothing to compare with this one, just 0. Now I cannot say now equation 1, equation 2. Now I can eliminate now. I can eliminate. Let me rearrange it where this one is 2a minus 2b equals to 0. Now I can rearrange this one using elimination method. I will simply change their coefficients. I will change their coefficients. Change their coefficient, because what? 2 will come up, 1 will come down. The coefficient here is 1. Let me eliminate a. The coefficient here, bring it down. The coefficient here, bring it up. Now what can we do? We now use that coefficient to multiply everything. We now use the coefficient to multiply everything. We are going to be having what? 2a, 2b, multiply it, 8, equation 3. Also do the same thing here, 2a, because what? Minus 2. Okay, this one will be minus 2b equal what? 0. Equation 4. Now what can we do now? We cannot subtract. We cannot eliminate. To eliminate means to subtract. To eliminate means to subtract. Now what can we do now? I think I can clean this part. Let me clean this part so that I can resolve it here. Let me clean this part. It means that to resolve this very one here, meaning we are going to be having when we subtract now, let us subtract here. When you subtract here, you are going to be having this one minus, that is minus, we're going to be having nothing there, nothing will be left. And then this one can minus is plus 2b plus this become 4b equal this one here, this can minus become what 8. Therefore, what do we have there now? What do we have there? We have b, which is over 4, which is 2. Therefore, b is 2. B is 2. B is 2. It means that I cannot put this one. If I put this one into equation 2, let me put this one into equation 2 or 1, I will get the same thing. Any of the equation, either equation 2 or 1. Let me use equation 1. That will say A plus B equal 4. It's not 4. Now to get A now, I will have to, wherever I have B, I will put 2 there because what? Because take 2 over, because what? 4 minus 2, and then I'm going to be having what? I'm going to be having 2. Therefore, I have just gotten my A using step 1. I've gotten my value of A and B. I've gotten the value of A and B there. The value of B is 2 and the value of A is 2. Therefore, I cannot represent. Therefore, I cannot what? Represent. Please, I want to go through it before I clean. I want to clean part of it so that I can solve step 2. So that I can solve what? Step 2. Please, I want you to go through it very well. Go through it very well so that I can solve step 2. Let me now represent it. I need to represent the fraction. I need to represent the fraction. I need to represent the fraction. Please, I need to represent the fraction. Now, representing it now, let us see. I hope you are done with that. You have gone through it. Let me now clean so that I cannot represent it now. I cannot represent it. Therefore, I cannot say now. Therefore, I can say in this place, I can say, therefore, I can say, for what we have here, remember the way we represent, that is 4s, my marker is not writing, let me get the good one, 4s all over, we are having, what do we have there, s squared minus 4, remember we splitted it, becomes a over s minus 2, and also what? B all over s plus 2. And at the end, what do we have there? You cannot represent. What is A? A is 2. B is 2 over s minus 2. And B there is what? 2 also. 2 all over s plus 2. This is what we have here. Therefore, we have represented using what? The first one. Okay, now, please don't forget. This one is supposed to be having a, remember there was x. We look at it here. Meaning we have it here, look at it here. This one is supposed to be okay. Okay, let me just leave it there for that one now. Meaning I cannot conclude. Let me just say, meaning if the final conclusion here now, I say now the final conclusion it can be 4s all over. Sorry, it can be what s plus 4s all over s squared minus 4. The way we split it, remember we have done it here. It's going to be what equal. Now the final note now will not be what equal. S, this S here, this one is what gives us this 2. Because of plus 2 all over S minus 2. And at the end, we also represent, we got 2 all over S plus 2. This is how we represent this. Now, this one is going to be the final note here using step 1. This one is going to be the final note here using step 1. Please, we can use step 2. Please just go through it so that we can use step 2 to solve it. We want to use step 2 to solve. Step 2 now, using step 2 to solve. Step 2, we have used step 1. Let us see whether we can get the same thing. We already know the one I will just pick is this one I will just pick using step 2. But this one is already set. Me, therefore, now I will only pick s over 4s, that is s squared minus 4. Therefore, remember I told you it's going to be what x minus 2 and also s plus 2. Therefore, in this one, we simply want A all over S minus 2 plus what? B all over S plus 2. That's what we have there. Now, taking your LCM, I hope I can clean the other hand. Let me clean the other hand so that we conclude this part. Let me clean this hand so that we conclude this part. Now, let us see now. Concluding this part now, meaning we are going to take LCM. If I take LCM here, I'm going to be having Here I'm going to be having what A. This one we divide. Remember when you take LCM, the LCM is what S minus 2 and what S plus 2. When you take it, this one divide here, we are going to be having this one S plus 2. And this one will also divide here, we are going to be having what? B S minus 2. Now in this case now, what can we do? What can we do? We can bring them here. That bring them here, I'm going to be having what? Remember I told you that we can do away with, at the end, we are going to be having 4s. Let me just go straight. 4s equal A. We are going to be having A. Let me get a good marker so that we can get it clearly. Okay, here is going to be what A. Here is 4s. And at the end, we are going to be having A S plus 2. And we also have what? B, which is what? S minus 2. That is what we are going to be having at the end. Remember I told you, this one is step 2. It's quite different from the other one I did. It's quite different from the other step I did. It means that in this very one now, I'm going to eliminate 1. I'm going to what? Eliminate 1 from here. I will eliminate 1. Eliminating, which one will I eliminate now? Let me eliminate A first. Let me eliminate 8 first. If I eliminate 8 first, what is it going to give us? If I eliminate 8 first, what is it going to give us? It means that whatsoever that is inside A, I will say if S plus 2 is equal to 0, my S now. Therefore, my S is what? Is minus 2. When it go turn over. It means that putting it there now become what? Wherever I have S, I'll put minus 2 there. Equal, put minus 2 there. It will be 1 minus 2 plus 2. I also do the same thing. Minus 2, minus 2. Now we do that, here is going to be minus 8. Here will be what? This one will go left with this, because what? Minus 2, okay, minus 4b. Minus 4b. That is what we have there, minus 4b. Now dividing it now, I'm looking for b. To look for b there now, what can we do? To look for b, meaning we divide both sides by minus 4. At the end, we are going to be having what? 8. Here we have what? 8 over 4, which is what? Now minus. Minus will go. We are going to be having what? Minus 8 divided minus 4. Minus will go because what? 8 over 4, which is going to be what? 2. Therefore, listen now. We have just found b to be 2. Let us also do the same thing to the other one. Let us also do the same thing to the other one. Let us see what will happen there. Let us see what will happen. Let us see what will happen. We also do the same thing here. Let us see what will happen. Here is b. Okay, now let us do the same thing. Whatever, if let me eliminate b. Let me eliminate b here. If x minus 2 is equal to 0, what is going to be my s here? My s will be what? 2. Mean that whenever I will also use the same thing here, the same expression there, I will what? Substitute my 2 into it because of 4, move bracket 2 equal what? A. Now we have what? 2 plus 2. 2 plus 2 plus b, which is what? 2 minus 2. If you do this now, do you see b will go? 2 minus 2, b will go. It means that this b is going. We are going to be having what? 8 equal what? A. That is going to be what? 4a. 4a in this place here. Now divide both sides now. When you divide both sides by 8, we are going to be having what? 8 over 4, and which is 2. Now therefore I cannot represent now. You can see we already done something. We just go through it so that I can represent my final notes so that I conclude this solution. I can represent my final notes so that I conclude. Now in this case now I cannot say now. In this case I cannot say that for the expression I cannot say that s plus 4s all over s square minus 4, which is what now? I think we have done that. We say it's a. Okay, it's going to be s. It's going to be s plus, it will be s plus okay, what are we going to be having there? Yes, we're going to be having a. The a there is what? 8, okay, 2 over s minus 2 plus, there is s, there is s. Okay, the other one will also be what? 2 all about s plus 2. This is how we represent it. This is how we represent. This one become the final solution. You see, the same thing. Looking at step 2 and step 1, it is the same thing. You can see there the same thing. We are given the same thing. This is how we solve partial. This is how we solve partial fraction. You can see now we have just resolved polynomial to partial fraction. This is how we solve it. Okay, at this point, I conclude my class. Thank you very much for staying with me. God bless you.